In the spiritual realm, there are battles that often go unnoticed by our physical eyes, and one of the most powerful examples of this is the story of Daniel in the Bible. Daniel, a faithful servant of God, had been praying fervently for an answer from the Lord. His prayer reached heaven and was heard. God sent an angel with the answer to Daniel's prayer, but something incredible happened. This angel, despite being sent from God, was delayed for 3 weeks. Why? Because he was opposed by a powerful demonic force, the Prince of Persia. This story gives us a profound insight into the hierarchy and power structure within the spiritual world. Just as God's kingdom has ranks and levels of power, with angels like Michael, Gabriel, and even fallen angels like Lucifer, the kingdom of darkness operates similarly. Demonic forces vary in power, influence, and authority. The Prince of Persia, mentioned in Daniel's story, was a significant force to be reckoned with, strong enough to delay an angel from completing his mission. But here's where the story takes an incredible turn. The angel couldn't break through the resistance on his own. He needed help, and that help came in the form of Michael the archangel, one of the mightiest warriors in God's army. With Michael's assistance, the angel was finally able to reach Daniel after 21 days of struggle. This delay wasn't because God didn't hear Daniel's prayer, and it wasn't because the answer wasn't coming. It was because there was a battle in the spiritual realm that had to be won first. This example teaches us an important lesson. When we pray, our prayers can stir up spiritual battles. Ephesians 6:12 reminds us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. The spiritual realm is very real, and there are forces that try to oppose God's will and His answers to our prayers. Now, think about Daniel's prayer life for a moment. He didn't stop praying after 1 or 2 days. He didn't give up when the answer didn't come immediately. What if Daniel had given up on day 10? What if he stopped praying on day 15 or day 19? The angel may never have been able to reach him with the answer. Daniel's persistence in prayer was key. His determination to keep seeking God, despite the delay, played a crucial role in the breakthrough he eventually received. Are you standing in the way of your angel? That's the question I want you to ask yourself today. Have you given up on your prayers because the answer didn't come when you expected it? Have you lost hope because the situation didn't change as quickly as you'd hoped? It's easy to become discouraged when we pray and don't see immediate results. Sometimes we feel like God isn't listening or that He doesn't care, but nothing could be further from the truth. Are you standing in the way of your angel? That's the question I want you to ask yourself today. Have you given up on your prayers because the answer didn't come when you expected it? Have you lost hope because the situation didn't change as quickly as you'd hoped? It's easy to become discouraged when we pray and don't see immediate results. Sometimes we feel like God isn't listening or that He doesn't care, but nothing could be further from the truth. We should never stop praying, never. If you've been praying for something and haven't seen an answer yet, I encourage you to keep going. Don't give up. You have no idea what kind of spiritual battle might be taking place right now because of your prayers. Your persistence might be the very thing that breaks through the enemy's resistance. Luke 18:1 tells us that Jesus taught His disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. He shared the story of the persistent widow who kept going to the unjust judge, asking for justice, and eventually, because of her persistence, she got the answer she was seeking. It's the same with us and our prayers. God hears every prayer you pray, and He values every moment you spend seeking Him, but sometimes the answer doesn't come right away. Sometimes we have to keep praying, keep knocking, keep seeking, not because God isn't willing to answer, but because there are forces at work trying to stop that answer from reaching you. Satan knows how powerful prayer is. That's why he tries to get us to stop praying. He wants us to give up when we don't see immediate results. But the Bible teaches us that persistence is key. We need to keep fighting in prayer. We need to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The victory is often just around the corner, and Satan knows that. He'll do whatever he can to get us to quit before we see the breakthrough. I want to challenge you today. Are you willing to keep praying no matter how long it takes? Are you willing to keep fighting in prayer even when it feels like all hope is lost? Jesus promised that if we ask, we will receive. If we seek, we will find, and if we knock, the door will be opened. But sometimes that means knocking over and over again until the door opens. We need to be warriors in prayer. We need to be persistent, determined, and unwavering. The battle is not just in the physical world, but in the spiritual realm, and your prayers are a powerful weapon. Satan may try to block your answers, but if you keep praying, if you keep seeking God with all your heart, you will see the breakthrough. It's worth it. The victory is worth every moment of prayer, every tear, every sleepless night spent seeking God, and when the answer finally comes, you will understand why the battle was so fierce. Satan is terrified of persistent prayer because he knows how powerful it is. He knows that when a believer refuses to give up, there is nothing he can do to stop the victory that's coming. So, don't give up. Don't stop praying. Don't get in the way of your angel. Your answer may be just around the corner, and your persistence in prayer may be the key that unlocks the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Keep going, keep fighting, keep praying, and know that God is with you every step of the way, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Trust in Him, and you will see the victory. prayer or affirmations. If you're spiritual, engage in prayer or use affirmations to express your willingness to surrender. For example, I trust that everything is unfolding as it should, or I am open to guidance and support. Gratitude practice. Regularly acknowledging what you're grateful for can help shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, fostering a sense of trust and abundance.